Hi, my name's Oz. I'm one of the co-founders here at Dapple, and today I'm going to give you a very quick run through of the platform and show you how it all works. So we're an all-in-one smart submissions management platform designed for businesses in creative industries, whether it's running awards, calls for entry, contests, applications, queries, pitches, all that kind of thing. We help you collect, manage, review, and report on all of your submissions. And we do that by bringing everything together into one single platform. So no longer any need for spreadsheets or emails, random forms. Everything is in one place, and it saves you loads of admin time in the process. Now, the first thing I want to show you is how to create an organization from scratch. And the reason why I want to do this is to show you how quick and simple it is. So I've gone to the section on our website to create an account. It's taken me through to this page, and then I've put in a quick organization name here. I've put in my logo, and I'm just going to click on continue. Now I have several different industries to choose from here. In my case, I'm going to select art, and I'm also then going to select from these subcategories calls for entry. It's then going to start creating an account for me, and it's going to do this, and it's going to set up the account based on those different options I just chose. And the reason for that is to speed everything up to help you get set up quicker. So it will create a form that's based on my selection there in the art calls for entry and different stages and things like that. So I'm going to click on go to dashboard, and it's going to show me the account that I have just created. Now you can see that there's no data in here yet. We've not started taking submissions, so my dashboard is currently clear. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top, and I'm going to select this option up here to show me that my logo is already appearing, and I can go into this list of different options. I can first of all get to my general settings in here. I can see what plan I'm on. I can see my different users, and I can invite users to the system. When I add a user, I can put them in a specific team, so you can have multiple teams within the system as well. Maybe you've got a team of reviewers, you want those separate to your judges, maybe you want those separate to, say, your editors. You can have multiple teams, each with different users, each with different permissions as well, so a lot of granularity here. You have a listings page where all of your different links can live on one page, which I'll get to later. You can switch between different organizations, which you might be a member of. So I'm a member of 4 different organizations, so I can toggle between those in there. And I also have an option called demo mode, which is one I'm going to switch to now. You can create demo accounts within your organization, which enable you to create different projects, different workflows, send messages, all that kind of thing, safe in the knowledge that that doesn't affect your real data. This first page is my dashboard page. Now this is designed to give you a very quick snapshot at everything that's going on in your account. So across the top here we have some top line metrics. You can change some of the time cadences on here if you so wish. I've got my a quick summary of any submissions that have come in here. If you deal in imagery, you can see it's nicely laid out here, and you can toggle between those images as well. You can have a status breakdown, so I can see, or status activity I should say, over the last week, or again you can change that to 30 days, 90 days. Just gives you a quick summary of your submissions that are coming in. I've got a list of sent and received messages, my breakdown of different statuses. If I have any referrals, sources, Instagram or different databases, that will show in here. My sort of progressions of submissions over time, and also any team members I've assigned to certain submissions in there. So it's designed to give you a very quick overview of what's going on. But the first thing I really want to dig deep into is the projects section here. So if I select projects, it will show me this screen here. The Projects Hub is a centralized place within the system where all of your different opportunities exist. And it's a great way to get a bird's eye view of everything that's going on in your account. So you can run multiple calls simultaneously and see the different analytics, the different settings, whether something's live, draft, private, etc. You can see all that from one simple view here. So if we look at the summer exhibition up here, I can see that it's live. This is my different pricing options for entry fees. We have a review panel assigned to this, which I'll explain in a second, and the different analytics of this call. Now I'm going to jump into the settings here and just show you what's going on in the background. First thing to see is the general settings. So I have called this my Summer Exhibition 2026. I have got my link to my submission form. I can see that it's currently public and live, and I've set the availability to be open. I could put this between certain dates if I want to. But the first real thing I want to look at is the stages section. Now, this is a really powerful part of the setup. It enables you to create multiple different customizable stages. And what a stage is, represents that part of a submission journey, whether it be the first stage, brand new, through shortlisted or in review, rejected, completed, whatever it might be. I've called all these different things. I've customized the name of them. I can make them visible in certain parts of the product. And I can also set automations as well. So for example, when a submission reaches a certain stage, I might want to send the creator a message or update the score or add a tag, all that kind of thing. I can set this up in this section for this project, and it just basically enables you to create whatever workflow you want that suits you and the way that you operate. The next section is the form builder section. So I have customized the form that is currently live for my artists to send us material through, and I have created multiple different fields. There are lots of different options in here of ways that I can add different fields. I've also got payment options for my entry fees at the bottom here. If I want to add another field, I simply add this. I've got lots of different options to choose from, and then I can also then move my different fields into different positions in there. I've put a very sexy looking background image on here, and also I've put a header in here as well. I can customize the design in the theme section. I can also change things like my thank you message, and also put restrictions on the amount of submissions a creator can make. And once I'm happy with all those changes, I simply click on Publish Changes. It will then make it live. And in this case, I can see that it's live. It's got a little green dot here, and I can open this up in another window to see exactly what my form looks like to my artists who are submitting material. The final section is the review section here. I can create, within each of my different projects, I can create groups of users and designate them as a review panel. And what that enables you to do is when all of your submissions for a certain project have come in, you can then send them to a review panel, and each of those reviewers has their own personalized dashboard. They'll open that up and they'll see all of the submissions assigned to them. They can go through each one of those, give each submission a score, a vote, and write their comments in there, and then everything comes back into that submission, so you get all of the feedback from those different reviewers or judges. So let's look at how to actually manage your submissions. So I've gone to this next section down over here, which says submissions list, and it's brought me up a nice list view of my inbound submissions. I've got all the main details on here, such as the creator, when it came in, the name of the project that's it's part of, any attached files, payments, that sort of thing. If I've put any scores in here, these will show, and also any tags on here too. And if you're working with visual images, a nice little option up here is to go to field visibility and select the images option, which will then bring you up a nice list view of any of those attached files in there as well. And you can also then go through and toggle through from this view to see those attached files too. So to actually start looking at the individual details of a submission, I just simply click on it like this, and it will bring me through to the form page. Within this panel, you have all the information on this specific submission. So you've got a number of different tabs across the top, which I will go through in a second. You have lots of different pieces of information on the right hand side too, such as the creator profile, whether you've placed any tags on this person before. These will pop up like this if they have previously submitted, and show you what tag you've previously put on them. So this one is high quality. Those other submissions, you can link through to them here. What stage is the submission at? Has it been assigned to anyone? Are there any other tags on here? Scores and any payments taken will show in here as well. On the left hand side, you have got the form itself. So these are all the fields that the creator has filled in. You've then got a discuss tab, so you can leave notes in here on this submission. You can even tag your different team members in here as well, and they'll get a notification that they've been tagged in a comment. We've got the attachment itself, so this is the piece of art in question. I can zoom in and out on that as well for a more kind of like nuanced view of this. I can see any messages sent to this creator, any inbound and outbound. I can easily create a message over here, and I can also pull in any of my templates that I've created in my settings, which will pre-populate in here and save you a load of time. We also have a review section too, so I select the reviews over here. You can see that in this case it's been sent to a review panel, and in this case this person here has sent me back a review on this submission. They've given it a rating, a vote, and if there are multiple ones in here as well, you'll see the average score in there and the average vote in there too. And then once you're happy with, or once you've reviewed this, you can then come up to the top and either shortlist, complete, rejected. These are the different stages I've created, and it will just send this submission to one of those customized stages. And then once you're happy with that, you can then just toggle through each of your different submissions, going through each one of those and viewing each of those attached files. I'm just going to go back to my main submissions list, because if I want to do things in bulk, I can also do that in this section here. So for example, I might want to set all of these to a certain status. So I can select all like this or choose the ones that I want. And then in this top section here, I can choose one of these different bulk items. So do I want to assign this to a certain user? Do I want to assign set a tag to each one of these submissions, move them to a certain stage, or do I want to send a bulk message to each one of these? Again, I can click on the message option and choose a template from my list of templates that I've created, and then send all of these creators a message in one go. Saves you a load of time. The last thing to note in this section as well is I can export any of this data at any point from the system. Once I've put in my different filters up here, I can come up to this More button up here, and I can literally just select Export Query, and that will then give you a CSV of all the data in here and all the different fields, etc. You can also download as a PDF any submission in here, and you can also download the individual attachments on there straight to your device that you're using. The next section is the stages section. Now this is a really useful way to get a visual representation of your list view. So it's just a different way of looking at the list view. And this gives you a nice Kanban board style view of each of your different stages that you've created. And again, that submission journey along those stages. So you can see each of my images in here nicely laid out, and then I can just toggle between any of attached images in there. And then if I like the look of this one, I can just simply move it into the next stage like that. And you'll see it down here at the bottom. Again, a really useful way if that's the workflow that you would like to use of seeing everything in one visual view here. The next section is the messages section. That just gives you a nice view of your inbound, outbound messages coming in and out of the system. And then finally, you have a creators view as well, which just shows you a database of every single person that has made a submission within your system. And again, you can click into any of these to see their profile. And you can also export all of this information at the top using the export button up here. And the final thing I want to show you is just what this looks like for a creator making a submission. So when they go to your forms, they'll be prompted to create their own account, and this enables you to then send them messages for them to see what status their submission is at any point. So if I go to the top here, I have another option that says My Account. Now, all of this down here, this dashboard and the review section and stuff like that, that won't be visible to a creator. They will just see this My Account option here. And what this does is it shows them all of the submissions they've made to any organization that's using Dapple. So they'll see a list of all of their previously made submissions here. They'll see the name of the submission, the organization itself, what stage that submission's at, any messages, any that have been unread, and any submission fees that they've made in there as well. They can then click into this to see the submission that they've made, see what form that they filled out and any attachments, and then obviously go to any messages that have been sent in there as well. And again, they've got a few different tabs across the top too in order to see their drafts or any that they've withdrawn, so they can always withdraw their material if they so wish. So hopefully that gives you a nice overview of the system. If there are any questions, get in touch. We've got our chat support down in the bottom right hand corner, and we've got a knowledge base with all articles on how to use the system as well. Thanks a lot.